I'm gonna play this video footage so you guys can hear what he had to say, along with the new addition wide receiver that the Browns have added to give Shedeur Sanders some weapons on the outside, and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts after.
What's up, homie?
Hey, but what you doing this weekend, man?
I'll be in Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
If you could just model yourself after a couple of guys, who are the guys you watch the tape and you say, I want to be able to do that at the NFL level?
I watch my own tape and feel like, okay, what can I improve? That's what I see. I'm able to see, okay, the flaws in my game and what I got to get better at, and what will make me a very flawless quarterback and will help me exceed at the next level. So I can't look up to nobody because those are the people I'm playing against. I can't idolize somebody I'm about to play against. Like, that's not.
I'm going to play this video footage so you guys can hear what he had to say. Wait till you hear what really went down on that live call, because this changes everything. So, don't skip a single second of this video. And if this story touches your heart, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. Where are you watching from? Let's begin. This wasn't just a call, this was a statement. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Because what we just witnessed from Shedeur Sanders wasn't normal. It wasn't typical rookie behavior. It wasn't, oh, he's just focused. No, this was something deeper. This was intentional. This was calculated. This was a mindset being revealed in real time. Because let's be honest for a second. How many 2-2-year-old rookies fresh into the league? Fame at an all-time high. Opportunities everywhere are turning down that kind of invite. Not just any invite. We're talking about a moment that could boost your brand, expand your reach, connect you with influencers, build your off-field identity. Most guys, they're there. No hesitation. No second thought. But not him. He didn't flinch. He didn't hesitate. He didn't try to balance both. He shut it down. I got to be dedicated to this work. Let that sit with you. Because that line right there, that wasn't just a response. That was a declaration. That was him telling the world exactly who he is, and more importantly, who he's trying to become. See, this wasn't about a party. It wasn't about a baby shower. It wasn't even about saying no to someone he respects. This was about priorities. And I keep coming back to this one idea because it hits harder the more you think about it. He didn't choose comfort. He chose pressure. He chose the harder path, the quieter path, the path where nobody's clapping for you, nobody's posting you, nobody's hyping you up, just you, your work, and the weight of what's coming. And that right there, that's rare. Because the NFL, this league, it's not built for people who get distracted. It's not built for guys who think talent alone is enough. We've seen that story too many times. Hyped rookies come in, get caught up in the lights, the cameras, the lifestyle, and before they even realize it, they're behind. They're overwhelmed. They're done. This league doesn't wait for you. It exposes you. It humbles you. And the craziest part? Most rookies don't understand that yet. They think the grind starts when the season starts. They think the real work begins when they step on that field in week 1. But the ones who make it, the ones who separate themselves early, they know the truth. The offseason decides everything. And what we just saw, that was a rookie who already understands that at a different level. He's not chasing attention. He's not chasing validation. He's chasing dominance. And that's a completely different mindset. Because when you hear him talk, when you see how he moves, when you watch him turn down something most players would run toward, you start to realize this isn't random. This is discipline. This is awareness. This is someone who knows exactly what's at stake. And here's what makes it even more powerful. He didn't do this behind closed doors. This wasn't some private decision nobody saw. This happened on a call, in front of people, in a moment that now everybody is talking about. Which means whether he meant to or not, he just sent a message. Not just to fans, not just to the media, but to every locker room, every coach, every player watching. I'm not here to play around. And I'm telling you right now, moments like this, they matter more than people think. Because this isn't just about what he said. It's about what it represents. This wasn't a phone call. This was a warning. This is where it gets real. Because now it's bigger than just a mindset. This is about a franchise that's been searching for an identity for decades. And I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is one of the toughest quarterback situations in the entire NFL. We've seen it over and over again, different names, different eras, same result: instability, inconsistency, uncertainty. From flashes of hope to complete collapse, this team has been stuck in that cycle for years. You can go back through the list, quarterback after quarterback, hype after hype, and somehow it always ends the same way. So when a rookie like Shedeur Sanders walks into that environment, that pressure hits different. This isn't just about learning the playbook. This isn't just about competing in camp. This is about carrying expectations that have broken players before him. Because let's be real, the moment he got drafted, the conversation started immediately. Is he really that good? Or is it just the name? Is this hype? Or is this real? And that's the reality he's stepping into. On one side, you've got fans who are desperate for stability, desperate for a leader, desperate for someone they can finally believe in. And on the other side, you've got skeptics. People watching every move, waiting for one mistake so they can say, "See, we told you." That's the environment. That's the pressure. And that's exactly why this moment matters even more. Because what we just saw from him, that mindset, that discipline, that refusal to get distracted, that's not normal in that building. That's not what this franchise has had at that position. And I'm telling you right now, this might be the first sign that something is shifting. Because identity in the NFL doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from mindset. It comes from leadership. It comes from how your quarterback carries himself when nobody's watching. And right now, he's already setting a tone. Now think about the locker room for a second. Veterans are watching this. Coaches are watching this. Teammates are paying attention. And whether they say it out loud or not, they feel it. Because when a rookie walks in and shows that level of focus, that level of discipline, it forces everyone else to raise their standard. That's how culture shifts begin. But let's not act like everyone is sold. They don't trust him yet. They don't believe it yet. But he's already proving it. And that's the tension that makes this situation so fascinating. Because on paper, this is one of the hardest situations in football. New system, high expectations, constant scrutiny, no margin for error, constant. But mentally, he looks ready for it. And that's what separates this from every other rookie quarterback story we've seen before. Because most guys walk into this situation hoping to survive. He's walking into it expecting to take over. And I don't know if people fully understand how dangerous that mindset can be, especially when it's backed by discipline. Because if he's already thinking like that, if he's already moving like that, then this isn't just a rookie trying to find his place. This is someone stepping into one of the hardest situations in the NFL and embracing every second of it. This is where the story turns. Because now we're not talking about hype anymore. We're talking about pressure, doubt, and a target that's already on his back. And make no mistake about it, Shedeur Sanders is walking into the league with something most rookies don't have to deal with at this level. Expectation tied to a name. Because whether people want to admit it or not, that narrative is everywhere. He's only here because of Deion Sanders. He got opportunities other guys didn't. Let's see what he looks like without that system. That's the conversation. And it's loud. It's on TV. It's on social media. It's in locker rooms. It's in fan debates. And the thing about narratives like that, they don't go away quietly. They follow you. Every game, every throw, every mistake. Because now, it's not just about proving you can play. It's about proving you belong. And that's a different kind of pressure. Because we've seen what happens to rookie quarterbacks who walk into the NFL unprepared for that level of scrutiny. We've seen talented players get overwhelmed not because they couldn't throw, not because they didn't understand the game, but because they weren't ready for everything that comes with it. The spotlight, the criticism, the expectations. This league doesn't care about your last name. It doesn't care about your draft story. It doesn't care how popular you were in college. If you're not ready, it will find you. It will expose you. It will break you. And we've seen it happen again and again. Highly drafted quarterbacks, big names, big moments, and then suddenly they're struggling, confidence shaken, careers going in the wrong direction before they even get a chance to stabilize. Because this league, it's ruthless. This league humbles you. This league exposes you. This league ends careers. And that's why this moment matters so much more than people think. Because while all that noise is building around him, while people are questioning his talent, questioning his path, questioning whether he's truly ready, he's not responding with words. He's responding with discipline. That decision to stay locked in, that choice to turn away from distractions, that mindset we just saw, that's not random. That's a response. That's him saying, without saying it, I hear all of it, and I'm preparing for all of it. Because here's the truth. Most people don't realize the players who survive this league aren't always the most talented. They're the most prepared. They're the ones who understand that every doubt, every criticism, every negative headline, it's fuel. And right now, that's exactly what this looks like. Every time someone questions him, he works. Every time someone doubts him, he locks in even more. Every time someone brings up his name instead of his game, he goes back to the grind. That's how you flip a narrative. That's how you turn pressure into power. And I'm telling you, if this mindset holds, if this discipline translates when the games actually start, then all that doubt, all that criticism, all that noise surrounding his name, it's not going to break him. It's going to build him. And that's when this story becomes something completely different. Something nobody saw coming. This is where everything starts to separate. Because now we're not talking about talk anymore. We're talking about work. The kind of work nobody sees. The kind of work that doesn't get posted, doesn't go viral, doesn't get you followers. But it's the exact work that builds players into something different. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is deep in that phase. Out in Colorado, away from the noise, away from the spotlight, locked in with one of the greatest minds to ever understand this game, Deion Sanders. And let's not downplay that part for a second. This isn't just father-son training. This is high-level football IQ being passed down in real time. This is experience. This is perspective. This is someone who has seen everything the NFL can throw at you mentally, physically, emotionally, and is now preparing his son for all of it before it even hits. We're talking film sessions that go deeper than just watching plays. We're talking footwork that gets corrected down to the smallest detail. We're talking mindset training, how to handle pressure, how to respond to failure, how to stay locked in when the entire world is watching you. That's different. Because most rookies, they're reacting once they get to the league. He's preparing before it even begins. And this is where that phrase hits harder than ever. Greatness is built when nobody's watching. Because while everybody else is outside building their brand, he's inside building his game. While others are partying, he's studying. While others are posting, he's preparing. While others are chasing attention, he's chasing precision. And that gap shows up on Sundays. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because it's not just about him anymore. Now you look at what's happening around him. The addition of Tylan Wallace, that's not just a random move. That's a receiver who understands the grind, understands how to fight for every snap, understands what it takes to stay ready in a league that doesn't give you anything. That kind of energy, it's contagious. And then you bring in the system, the alignment with Todd Monken. Now you're not just throwing a rookie into chaos. You're giving him structure. You're giving him guidance. You're giving him pieces that actually make sense. And when you step back and look at the full picture, this is where it starts to feel different. Right mindset, right mentor, right system. That's not luck. That's a setup. That's what teams try to build for years and never quite get right. And right now, it's forming around a rookie who's already moving like a veteran. And I keep coming back to this image in my head. Empty field, early morning, no cameras, no noise, just reps, just focus, just consistency. Because that's where this is really happening. That's where the confidence is being built. That's where the timing is being sharpened. That's where the habits are being formed. And those habits, they don't show up immediately. But when they do, they change everything. Because this is how stars are made before the season even begins. Not in the spotlight, not in the headlines, but in the silence, where the real work lives. And if all of this is happening the way it looks like it is, then what we're about to see when the lights actually turn on might feel very different than what people are expecting. This is where everything comes together. Because now you have to ask yourself one simple question. What if we're watching the start of something special, and most people don't even realize it yet? I'm serious. Because when you step back and look at the full picture around Shedeur Sanders, not just one moment, not just one decision, but everything combined, it starts to feel different. You've got the mindset. A rookie who isn't chasing attention. He's chasing greatness. You've got the situation. A franchise like the Cleveland Browns, desperate for stability, desperate for leadership, desperate for someone who can finally break that cycle. You've got the preparation. Early mornings, film sessions, discipline, training under Deion Sanders, building habits before the pressure even hits. And then you've got the doubters. The noise, the criticism, the questions about his name, his talent, his readiness. That's the full storm. And sometimes, that's exactly where something real begins. Because think about it, we've seen this before. Players who walked into the league with pressure, with doubt, with people questioning everything about them. And instead of folding, they used it. They turned it into something. So now the real question becomes, what if this is one of those moments? What if this is the version of the story that people look back on later and say, that's when it started? Because I'm telling you right now, if this mindset is real, if this discipline holds, if this preparation actually shows up when the games begin, he could outperform expectations early. He could walk into that offense and bring stability faster than people expect. He could start making throws, making reads, making decisions that don't look like a rookie trying to survive, but like a quarterback trying to take control. And once that happens, everything changes. The narrative shifts. The noise gets quieter. The respect starts to build. Because this is how it works in the NFL. This is how legends begin. This is how respect is earned. This is how narratives are broken. Not with hype, not with headlines, but with moments, small moments, that show you who a player really is before the world catches on. And that's why this matters. Because right now, people are still debating it. Some fans are all in. Some are still skeptical. Some think this is overhyped, just another storyline. So I want to know where you stand. Is this an overreaction? Or is this the first real sign that something different is happening here? Because, if you ask me, this doesn't feel random. This feels intentional. This feels like the early stages of a player who understands exactly what it takes and is already moving like someone who's been here before. And if that mindset translates when the lights come on, when the pressure hits, when the games actually matter, then I'm telling you right now, the league is not ready.